Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember, so you don't have to. What can we say about superhero films these days? They are everywhere. Back in the early 2000s, near 2010, we never saw hero movies every single other month. We never saw them as much as they are today. But that being said, when it comes to a man in an iron armor suit, who else do you think of but Iron Man? Yes, Iron Man. The film that got Robert Downey Jr. playing a genius billionaire playboy, where at the age of 4, yes, you heard me, 4, he built his first circuit board, and then he graduated with honors at MIT at the age of 17. Yes, the dude was that smart. He graduated from MIT before I even graduated high school. I think the dude graduated high school at 15. But needless to say, Tony's life kind of took a little turn after he demonstrated his new Jericho missile. And I'm going off script. We see Terrence Howard plays as Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes, or you can just call him Rhodey. Whichever you want, it's up to you guys. It's up to you if you want to call him Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes and give him the respect he deserves, aka Rhodey, aka Iron Patriot, or aka War Machine. And we see Jeff Bridges play Obadiah Stane, who kind of takes over Stark Industries until Tony came back at the age of 21 and gets the keys to the kingdom. One question. Where the fuck was Tony for the past 4 years or 2? No, literally, I'm curious. Where the hell was Tony until he was 21? He couldn't have the keys to the kingdom of Stark Industries at the age of 19 or 17? Hello? The son of the man who made Stark Industries, Howard Stark, didn't leave the keys to the kingdom to his son. He left it to his business partner. But I gotta admit, Jeff Bridges is a good character. He does his damnedest. He tries his fucking hardest to play the role of Obadiah Stane, and he pulls it off. But we see Gwyneth Paltrow. Sorry if I butchered your name. We see her play as Pepper Potts, Tony Stark's errand girl. I'm just gonna call her errand girl until. Let's just say famous Pepper Potts, because we all know at the end of the third movie, they get married. Yeah. And in the second film, Tony basically gives her the rights to the company. Gives her the rights to the entire Stark Industries company. Basically, in the second film, Tony is basically passing the keys to the kingdom that his father left him to her. Someone that's not as smart as Tony. I mean, who else besides Howard Stark is as smart as Tony? Basically, Tony was given. Yeah, I already said about the keys. Yeah, we see where Tony was supposed to be given a trophy. And he's out playing craps. Like this. And there are some special scenes in the deleted. There are some deleted special features in the DVD where you can actually see like the girls going up to Colonel Rhodes and trying to play flirty with him. is something you can see in the deleted scenes of the movie before it was put in the theaters. Hell, I think audiences would like Iron Man better if they left like the girls like trying to flirt with Colonel Rhodes. I think they would like that better in the film, but not taken out. Oh, and he dated one of the report. Tony Stark dated one of the reporters, took her to his house. I don't know if they had sex or something, but they were just like kissing like fuck. And then we after she wakes up completely naked, but have blankets around her whole body where we don't completely see her naked, but she has no clothes on. When in the last scene, in the last picture you saw of her, she had her shirt and panties on. That's as much of the girl we saw naked. But the next scene where she wakes up and Jarvis wakes her up, she's completely naked but with blanket covers. I mean, wow. The film tried to go an extra step to a rated R, but it just went for men. But we see Tony playing in his garage or little, I like to say it, clubhouse, because that's where he builds all his great machinery. His garage or clubhouse. Or in the film he calls it, I'll be downstairs in my garage or in my shop. This one stays with me. No, it's staying in the shop. Staying. Well, Tony was offered to be killed by Obadiah, who the Ten Rings had purchased a lot of weapons from Stark Industries. And one of those missiles landed right next to Tony when he was on his way after doing a Jericho missile demonstration. Yeah. One of those missiles landed right next to Tony, basically went through his body armor and had like a whole chest almost full of shrapnel. So basically this guy named Jensen, oh don't worry, you'll know about him in the third film, before Tony tells how he got to where he was. Anyway, we see Jensen. We actually don't know what really happened, but we do know that Jensen put an electromagnet right here to Tony's heart, because that's actually where the shrapnel was trying to enter Tony's heart to kill him. So in this film, we got two villains. One is Obadiah Stane. Yeah, I can already tell. And the other one was the shrapnel. Oh, trust me, it has tried to kill him in over 2 films. This one and film 2. Yeah, it was trying to kill him, and it almost killed him in 2. The shrapnel literally almost took control and completely murdered Stark. Why am I saying Stane? After Tony dismantles a Jericho missile, he decides to make a mini arc reactor to replace the electromagnet that is in his chest, that is keeping the shrapnel from entering his heart and killing him, thus keeping Tony alive, to make a plan of how to get out of his cave prison, or where the captors of the Ten Rings are keeping Tony, like to build another Jericho missile. Okay, let's see. What does Tony do to say? What does he do saying, holding that palladium? I need about 1.6 gigawatts more to make a Jericho missile, but we're gonna take away the Jericho missile and try and build a suit of iron. A Iron Man suit, as you will. The first version of the suit, I think, is kinda stupid, because I mean, Tony had to deal with the limits he could deal with. Like, he had limited resources. This isn't where Tony, at his house, he had everything at his disposal. I mean, nuclear reactors, banks. No, this dude had to survive on what the hell he could resource with. I mean, like, let's say you dropped a box full of iron and you weren't allowed to make nothing except an iron suit and try and fight your way out of a cave without your handy dandy tools. Trust me, making a suit of iron would be nearly impossible. But somehow Stark made it work. His first design was gringy, but he had to deal with the resources he could have, like I said. And then once he got out of there, Tony said, I've changed my ways. I'm going to stop making weapons of mass destruction and start saving people from them. So, being the badass Tony is, he escapes after he destroys every single item or weapon that says Stark Industries. And then, after somehow Colonel Rhodes or Rhodey finds Tony in the big-ass desert that it is, wherever Tony was after he crashed, he said, "You're going to stick with me from now on, Tony, my main man. You're going to stick with me because I'm not letting this happen again." And then after Tony was brought back to society, he says he's going to stop making weapons and then start protecting people. So what does Tony do next? He builds version 2 of the Iron Man suit, but this time he has everything at his disposal where he can make it as fully armored, packing from head to toe, literally toe, with weapons, repulsors, unibeams, arc powered shoes that basically almost the repulsor, unibeam, and the jet boots basically run on the arc reactor that Tony's using, the mini arc reactor. And Stain wants to know how to build it, but Stain doesn't know that if he kills Tony, he's killing the Golden Goose and killing the son of his best friend. I mean, Jeff Bridges, you were great as Stain, but what the fuck were you thinking? And yes, this is a business deal, trying to kill somebody famous, powerful, kind of like Bruce Wayne. So basically, Tony decides that he's gonna start all over, basically wiping the slate of his family's evilness clean and say, "I vow to protect Mother Earth by building an Iron Man suit and going to destroy anyone who has my weapons." That's basically Tony's plot for the first movie. He destroys any weapons that have his name, like let's say the Jericho missile. And he takes down Obadiah above Stark Industries using all the power that is in the gigantic arc reactor that was a publicity stunt to shut hippies up. Literally, Stain says, "Come on, Tony, we built the arc reactor to shut the hippies up. It was a publicity stunt." Oh yeah, and if you're wondering how all this shit was powered, Tony made a program and he called it Jarvis. Basically, Jarvis ran 100% of the house Yeah, the whole house is powered by Jarvis, a program. I bet Tony kept updating Jarvis frequently to make sure Jarvis is never behind. I mean, the damn thing can power through all of Tony's suits. Hell, when the house party protocol happens in Iron Man 3, Jarvis is controlling every single fucking suit. Except Iron Patriot. Jarvis controls every scene in the third film. So anyway, basically Tony decides, I'm going to destroy all weapons with my name and my company's logo on it. Pew, 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 boom. Pew. Basically, this guy's like the Michael Bay of the Marvel Universe. And no, I'm not exaggerating. This man is so neat at presentations, but when it comes to weapons, he's crazy. Never give Tony Stark a fucking weapon, because he will turn it into something kick-ass and probably sell it for under $10 billion. So, oh yeah, and this has no correlation with the video game that I found for Wii. And yes, I'm planning on doing Iron Man 2, but it's going to take a lot longer for that review. Basically, Tony and Stain fighting at the end, even though Stain's version may be bigger, but it's bulkier, slower, and heavier. Stark's versions are skinny, fast, speedy, like Speedy Gonzalez. Not Speedy Gonzalez. Yeah. Basically, Tony is smart. Stain is not. Stain didn't know that if you build it up, if you make it so bulky to where it, even if you have an M134 machine gun, you cannot have that. Tony had a little laser in the second film where he said, Rhodey, get down. The one-off trick. You know what the hell I'm talking about. If you've seen... Wait a minute, what the... How'd this get in here? I do not know how this got in here, guys. I'm serious. Anyway, guys, if you want to see this movie, I recommend it. And I give it... 9 out of 10. Now, I know what most of you guys are thinking. What the hell? I thought that was only for video game reviews. Well, it kind of is, but since this has a video game type, it has a video game, I might as well give the movie and the game both the same rating as Iron Man, the video game. I give it around a 6 out of 10. I know what you guys are thinking. Dude, if you don't play the game, don't review it. Well, I have played the game in my past, but I never bothered myself to record the video footage because even though it was copyright content, I didn't want to risk having a content ID match on my channel, and the game became too hard and boring. I always found myself playing the same levels over and over. Same thing with Iron Man 2, the video game. Thank you guys so much for watching this Iron Man review. Oh yeah, and here's something at the end of the film. Tony reveals his secret identity. That's something That's something now movies use. That's something movies do now. Why? But in the earlier hero films, you never gave away your secret identity. Not even the Incredibles do that. The Incredibles never gave away their secret identity. And then I never stuck around for teasers about the next film, but you see Samuel Jackson come in and say, "Hey, you want to be part of a bigger group?" Tony says, "What's it depend? And how much are you willing to pay?" It's called the Avengers Initiative. And that was a hint that Marvel was actually being cunning. Yeah, I'm not joking. They were being cunning. Nowadays, Marvel is badass. They're the reason why I bought Deadpool, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. For Marvel, they do an awesome job with films. But for DC, I don't know. I don't know what it is about DC. Are they being chickens? Is Marvel being the superior place to go to instead of DC, even though DC has Batman and Superman? I mean, come on, DC. Get your balls right. Get your fucking act together. Hell, The Dark Knight was a dark film. It fits with the plot. The title fits with the fucking plot. Hell, you had balls in that film, but in these newer films like Batman vs. Superman, you guys just lost your balls. What the fuck? What the fuck, DC? Get your act together. Make more dark. Make films kind of like Deadpool. I mean, Deadpool gave the best rated R movie ever made. Seriously, guys, I'm thinking of sticking with Marvel from now on and fucking screw DC. If they're gonna be chickens on how they want their movies, then screw DC. Marvel, 100%. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want me to review Iron Man 2, please don't. It took me about a week to do this review or two. If you guys want me to review Iron Man 2, type it down in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And then, after you have subscribed, or if you are subscribed already, click that bell button down there to make sure you get notified of all my future videos and when they come out or when I pre-launch them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And as always, I will see you in the next video. And I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to.